The detective novel is a narrative involving a murder case or a mystery that is successfully solved or given a rational explanation by a detective. This pattern includes some custom elements. A crime, an action or activity considered to be evil, shameful or wrong. A crime is an omission which constitutes an offense and is punishable by law. A detective, a member of the police force or a private investigator whose function is to obtain information and evidence. He is always a really clever person. The detective is sometimes helped solving crimes by his assistant. The assistant, a person who is subordinate to the detective in importance. He is lower than detective and provides a contrast to him. The assistant can also be the narrator of the story. The policeman. He is a member of the police force. He doesn't play a really important role in the investigation. Policeman is usually unintelligent and rather unimaginative. He can even be corrupted. For this reason, he sometimes slows down the investigation and doesn't help the detective. The crime scene. The crime scene is where the crime was committed. The first part of the detective's investigation usually is placed exactly around the crime scene. In this place, the detective can study how the crime was committed and start to formulate theories. Investigation. Investigations are done by the detective. With his smart attention, he starts to collect evidences about the crime. He picks up clues, talks with people suspected to know something about the crime, and spies likely suspects. During his research, the detective gets closer and closer to the solution of the crime. Following the investigation, the reader of the novel can even reach the solution before the detective. The criminal. At the end of his investigation, the detective identifies the criminal. He is the one who committed the crime. Usually, the detective catches him and explains how he discovered his identity. The criminal can be an unexpected person with a good behavior all over the story, or he can be the most suspicious person who acts unkindly during events. If the crime was committed in rich people's house, the criminal is always the butler.
Audio Jungle.